Hello, everybody on YouTube. This is Hutton Harmon with a week 17 update from my shoulder surgery. And I'll let you take a look at the scar where I had the AC joint repair done. Um, it looks, it's a scar, but it's not as dark as I first thought it would be. Regardless, I didn't really care about how the scar ended up looking as long as I could use my arm and restore the function that I lost once I had it injured. But so far, my overall conclusion with this surgery is that it's been 100% success. I'm so glad that I did this because not only have I restored the functionality of my arm, but it's like it almost never happened. And I've healed so well from this, and I hope that, anybody that considers getting the surgery done has a good enough, recovery as I did, because I just feel blessed for being able to make a full 100% recovery. I literally do not have any issues with my shoulder anymore. Um, uh, I can't even say that I think about it being hurt at all, because it's healed so good that it just feels normal. And I've gotten back to doing my workouts. I'm lifting 40-pound dumbbells, military press, every single type of workout I was doing before I got injured. So I'm very ecstatic about that. Even though I wasn't supposed to, I got back on my skateboard at week 5, week 4. And that was, maybe not the smartest decision, but I think for my mental health and just the positive, just kind of trying to create a positive entity and a positive mindset of going forward from the injury definitely helped. I think everything that I did do, I think actually, did play a part into the success I got in the end. So I can't say I recommend that you if you're an active person like me and that's how you got injured, go back into those activities that, caused the problem at first, but you definitely want to try and see what there's definitely a point with this type of injury, the AC joint grade 3 injury, that you personally need to figure out what you can do at some point. You definitely want to take your time and let it heal, but at some point, you need to try and figure out how you can incorporate some type of motion into that area and not, let it go too long without trying to, stimulate some type of strengthening in that area, because that will overall, it will help you. So I just wanted to report that. And this is going to be, I'm going to close the series out. There's no point in me continuing it. I mean, I when I was injured and I looked up some of the videos on YouTube, I saw some of the series, they went a year, 2 years later. I'm not going to do that unless unless there's something bad happens and I re-injure it and mess the surgery up, or something, terrible happens, which I don't, one, I don't hope happens, and one, I don't foresee happening. This is going to be the last update. So just, if you're dealing with this too, once you get to week 17, you'll probably understand, if your recovery went as well as mine did, why, there won't be any more, information to relay, because it's just you're returning back to your normal life. And I honestly, it feels like it was such a long time since I made an update to this, because I just been kind of living my life and going back to a normal lifestyle since the last update. I think it was around week 8. So, and of course, if you've been watching my YouTube channel, I had other skate videos since the last update. So I've just been kind of skating as much as possible before the snow comes and the winter freeze. And yeah, I've just been really enjoying it. I've been very fortunate. I'm going to shout out my doctors one more time. The surgeon that did this surgery, his name is Dr. Friedman from Rothman Orthopedic. He's a shoulder specialist. He had to have done a great job with this, because there's no other way I can explain how good it feels and how much I can do. You know, this early. I thought it was going to take a whole year for me to kind of feel normal and forget about all this stuff. And I was saying that earlier in this series. Um, but now I'm actually like experiencing that like this is done with. And there's some days when I'm lifting weights that like this side feels better. I guess because it's like in this like whole recovery regenerative phase where like this side is like kind of just rebuilding the muscle that was there, and then this side's just like constantly just getting beat on. Because I was, trying to work out on this side during the injury. But like, yeah, so it's just been really fortunate. That's all I really have to report. So I just want to make sure I cover everything before I, close this out. Pain wise, there is no pain. I mean, you definitely don't want to. If you get this surgery or this injury, reaching behind your back is kind of tough at first. But I mean, I can do that now, so I can. It's not impossible, and it's just going to get easier with time. There's not really any discomfort at this point at around like week 15 to week 17. There is not really much discomfort. I sleep on whatever side I end up sleeping on. I've been doing push-ups. Okay, so I'll be clear. Push-ups, because I haven't done them really in a while since I've had the surgery. Push-ups were kind of challenging because you are putting a lot of weight on that area, and the soft tissue is still somewhat healing, like deep down in there. So push-ups are probably going to be a challenge, but it's one of those things that when you're strength training anyway, it's going to get easier and easier every day. And I feel like that's kind of like where I'm at right now, is that like I'm feeling stronger and stronger every day because I've just been working out like every day, Monday through Friday. I do my workouts, I stay on top of it. I'm just trying to regain the strength and build strength in this area as much as possible. And what that's going to do is it's going to overlap any type of weakness in that area and just build muscle over top of it. So I haven't really been experiencing any type of discomfort. I want to definitely get a pull-up bar and try and do some pull-ups to see if I still can do those, because I was doing those a lot before, and I miss doing them. And I haven't really tried it. I mean, I've tried to hang and hold my weight, and I can do that, but I haven't gone like reps, like pulling up. So I want to try and get back into that. I'm not going to rush anything, but I do feel very confident, and and my doctor said like there's no way I'm going to re-injure this at this point. Like he said everything looks perfect, and I would have to fall like extremely hard on it for it to get messed up at this point. So that was really good to hear, and it's like ironically, like I'm cleared to finally go skateboarding, even though I've been doing it since week number 4, which is, I didn't let him know that because I'm at least smart enough to hide that from him. But he probably already knew that, given that, my personality, I'm a very active person. I was always trying to push the envelope of what I was able to do, ahead of time while I was recovering. So that's pretty much it. I mean, everything's kind of back to normal basically at this point. I don't want to go rambling on about, stuff because I'm just a normal person at this point now. I do have this scar, but I don't have the big, collarbone sticking up really anymore. And it doesn't, I remember like around week like 5 to like 9-ish, like if I did too much with this area, it would irritate it, and I'd have to kind of like chill out. Like I don't even get that anymore. So it just feels very stable and very good. I put back on some of the muscle there. I mean, I'm not exactly like symmetrical yet, but you can definitely see that the muscle's starting to come back on, and you can feel like there's muscle there. It's solid. It's not like this flat tire that I had right after I got hurt. So I appreciate it. I wish I had some more, insight. If you do have any questions, just leave a comment or something, or reach out to me somehow. And I'll answer the question directly. I had a couple people ask questions because they're dealing with the surgery, like what type of repair it was and why I was wearing the sling. I do still wear that brace I was wearing when I go skateboarding, and that's it. just because I don't know, it just makes me feel more confident about it. I will discard that at some point, but I feel like it's too early, and we're gonna get some like winter snow and freeze, and it's gonna be the end of the skateboard season anyway. So I'm kind of looking forward to that too, because that's just gonna be like the solidifying like healing point where I'm not gonna have to worry about re-injuring it or anything like that. So that's another good thing. But yeah, just good luck if you're considering whether or not to get the surgery. You want to do a lot of research beforehand making that decision. This is the most important thing I could probably have to offer at this point. Is that with the grade 3, there is no right answer. It's going to be a personalized decision, and depending on the demands, that's really the weighing point between like whether you should do it or not. For me, I was going to put a lot of demand on this part of my body, so it was almost like an obvious like answer that I had to repair it, because that's just going to give me extra life out of this part of my body. I can, I'm going to be abusing it anyway, so why would I want it to be damaged already? So that's why I decided to do this. The first opinion I got from the doctor, he told me not to do it, and he wasn't wrong. Like I can understand why he told me that, but I think me personally, I understood the benefits that I would get from getting this repaired, and now I'm finally actually able to live out those benefits that I foresaw when I first had this injury. So that's very important, and that's something that you definitely want to consider when you're making this type of decision, because it is a one-time decision. Like I can't go back and get rid of the scar. I can't go back and do anything different once I made that decision to get the surgery. But I'm very glad that I did, because this recovery, it went better than I expected it to go. I would have never have thought I could make a full recovery like this. So that's it. I'm going to close this out. Thank you for watching. I hope it was, I hope the the series was like at least a little bit interesting. I know it was a lot of me repeating the same thing over and over. But I think at the end of the day, it's great. Even if it, like, I know I'm saying this about myself, but if I was watching somebody else go through an injury and come out the end of it, like, so well, I would just feel good for them. And I hope, if you're dealing with this, like, I hope you get the same conclusion as I did, and you get to go back to your lifestyle. Like, I have 2 kids. I can pick up my kids now and play. I can pick my wife up again. Like, I'm just really grateful to like kind of just go back to the life I had before I had the injury, because it really did mess me up, like mentally, thinking like it was all over. I had to live this like limited lifestyle because of that injury. So all right, happy holidays. We got one more week till Christmas, and New Year's is going to be after that. I can't wait for 2025. I'm going to be optimistic, even though all the things going on, in the news, and all the people, going crazy and stuff and doing crazy things. I'm just going to remain positive and optimistic, just like I was when I was dealing with this. And I hope that everybody has a great New Year, a great holiday. Don't get caught up in like the whole commercialism. Christmas isn't about getting Christmas or whatever holiday that you celebrate during this time of year. It's not about getting gifts. It's not about like following all these trends that you see on the internet and all that bullshit. It's really just about enjoying your time with your family. And then New Year's I look at as a great point to like, if you're going to direct your ship, you being the ship, if you have goals. And that's the perfect time, because it's like you have this mental like state of like a refreshing like clean slate that you can forget about everything about the last year. And it's almost perfect timing for me, because like this is the best Christmas gift I could have gotten, is just like a restored body to go forward in the future with. And I'm definitely positive that 2025 is going to be a good year. I'm going to be doing as much as I can at my age. Like I'm 34 now, so I'm really trying to just squeeze out the last good years of like like some real skateboarding while I can. So I'm going to be working really hard at that, and it's not something I'm going to be able to do forever. So I'm just hoping that these next couple of years I can get the best, version of me out there and just, have fun while I'm doing it. So I hope the best for you. I hope the best for everybody. Take care of your families. Have a happy holiday. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Over and out.